Shockingly, there's quite a few Korean actors who've mysteriously disappeared from the spotlight without leaving a single trace behind them. Someone who disappeared from the face of the earth after a huge scandal is Lee So-won. Considering he was just a rookie when everything went down, it was an extra bitter experience. He kissed his career goodbye when he openly admitted to harassing and threatening a female celebrity. Reports surfaced that he went out with a female celebrity whom he had a few drinks with and then tried to kiss. He got very aggressive when she refused to kiss him back and continued initiating physical contact. The woman got uncomfortable and tried to get out of the situation by contacting her boyfriend. One thing led to another and the police got involved. It turned out that So-won even physically and verbally attacked the police officers. This was clearly terrible for his image and he quickly lost most of his projects. Before you know it, he was no longer the MC of Music Bank and he even got dropped from his drama About Time. Now he's completely erased from the entertainment industry and it doesn't look like he's ever coming back. One of these people is So Yi-on, who was one of South Korea's most prominent rising actresses between the years 2014 and 2015. She made her debut at only 21 years old and quickly secured the trust of both producers and the public. At the height of her career, she was so in demand, she used to act in around 5 different projects a year. You might have seen her in Kill Me Heal Me, which became one of the most popular dramas she starred in. In 2016, a scandal broke out that would ruin the trajectory of her life forever. Some disturbing information about her love life came to light, and it was anything but classy. It turns out that she had been two-timing 2 men who both also happened to be famous. When she just stepped in the industry as a rookie, she was dating renowned football player Yoonbit Garam. Things seemed to be going well for the two until Yeon starred in Sweet Home Sweet Honey in 2015. Here she met fellow actor Kim Min-soo, who played her love interest in the drama. It seems like things escalated between the two when the cameras stopped rolling, because she unexpectedly developed a romantic relationship with Min-soo. The only problem here was that she was still in a committed relationship with Bit Garam. All the drama kicked off when Bit Garam posted a screenshot of the angry messages he received from Min-soo. Allegedly, Min-soo didn't hold back and verbally attacked him for seeing Yi-on. By publicly exposing all of this on Instagram, Bit Garam unintentionally revealed the complicated web of relationships they had going on. As a result, the public immediately turned against Yi-on, accusing her of being involved in a two-timing situation. Eventually, it turned out that to keep her relationship with Min-soo going smooth, she falsely told him that she had broken up with Bit Garam. This scandal had incredibly dreadful consequences for her career because she immediately started to appear in less works. Her once so promising career basically turned into dust as she began getting hired once every year or so. It got so bad to the point she had to take a break between 2015 and 2017 because she was simply not receiving any offers. Eventually, she returned to the screens with a minor role in Revolutionary Love, but this definitely wasn't enough to pay the bills. After a few more minor roles, Yi-on disappeared from the industry completely in 2021. As of last year, she was also completely wiped from the homepage of her agency. She's been out of the spotlight for 3 years now, and the media speculate that she decided to retire after she was constantly rejected from producers. She still posts snippets of her life on her Instagram, but her comments are disabled and she doesn't really interact with anyone. Just like Yi-on, Young Jin-sung also left the industry without saying her proper goodbyes. Jin-sung debuted in 2010 with the movie Wedding Dress. She proceeded to work her way up for several years to come, starring in renowned projects such as City Hunter and Chicago Typewriter. Things took a turn in 2018 when she starred in her very last drama titled Let Me Introduce Her. From then onwards, she didn't star in any other project, leaving fans wondering where she went or what happened to her. After years of radio silence, fans finally got their closure in January of this year. Spa TV News revealed that Jin-sung had made the decision to step away from the limelight after privately tying the knot to a wealthy businessman in 2020. Even more exciting is that she also had her first child with him, meaning that she's solely focusing on being a mother now. The news was confirmed by an acquaintance close to her who said, "I am aware that Young Jin-sung got married. She isn't active in the industry anymore. Not many people know how she is doing after getting married. Her exit from the industry has left fans wondering what she's up to, and especially now, they want to know how she's handling her life after marriage and motherhood." Unfortunately, Jin-sung hasn't shared any updates since the last time she posted on her Instagram was in 2021, and no one saw her in public in years. Similarly, famous actress Lee Tae-im mysteriously stepped out of the spotlight without ever letting people hear from her again. In March of 2018, she surprised everyone by announcing her retirement, even catching her agency off guard as they were completely unaware of her plans. Right before making her grand exit, she bid farewell to her fans through a post on her now deactivated deactivated Instagram account. The announcement was made right after she starred in the successful drama Women of Dignity, which marked her return to the small screen after a 2-year hiatus. She said her goodbyes through an Instagram post, writing, "It's been a long time. I've been going through a difficult time with various thoughts and hardships. I've decided to live an ordinary life from here on." The fact that her agency was completely blindsided made the situation even crazier, especially since she still had a year remaining in her contract. In response to the very unexpected turn of events, her agency stated, "We were aware that Lee Tae-im was having a hard time during promotions, but didn't know she would be posting something like this. We need to figure the situation out." It later came to light that Tae-im chose to settle the ordeal by paying a penalty to fully terminate her contract instead of fulfilling the remaining contractual year with her agency. Netizens thought it was incredibly weird for her to make such an abrupt decision, especially given the initial contractual commitment she had going on. Later reports revealed that Tae-im was actually 3 months pregnant and on the verge of marrying a businessman 12 years her senior. A big part of the public believed she put a halt to her career to start a family, but others didn't buy this and strongly believed there was more to the story. After this announcement, Tae-im practically vanished from the public eye. While she lingered in the memories of fans, there were absolutely no updates on her or her whereabouts. Taking her disappearance very seriously, she went to great lengths by erasing herself completely from the internet. At some point, all her information and profiles were removed from Korean portals, bringing an indefinite end to her career in the entertainment industry. These days, her Instagram account no longer exists, and she remains inactive on any other social media platforms. Next up is Kwak Jin-young, a well-known actress from the 90s who now does something completely else with her life. Jin-young rose to fame when she played the role of Jong Mal in the MBC drama Son and Daughter, which aired in 1992. This role was her big breakthrough, but the character she played continued to haunt her for years to come. She tried everything in her power to step away from the stereotype her character had created for her, but despite her efforts, the public couldn't help but associate her with Jong Mal. Determined to escape that image, she underwent multiple surgeries to change her appearance. Unfortunately, the aftermath of these procedures was so severe it reached a point where she could no longer close her eyes properly. Although she enjoyed quite a bit of success with important roles in the 90s, she suddenly became very inactive, practically vanishing from television altogether. Limited to a few minor roles a year, she blamed her minimal presence on the small screen on her surgeries. She developed a fear of appearing on television after completely altering her appearance. Eventually, Jin-young transitioned into an entirely different profession, as she's now the proud owner of a kimchi business which she set up in 2019. Even though she's successful in a different way now, it doesn't look like she's happy with the way things turned out. In 2020, she even attempted to take her own life, but luckily she recovered after receiving treatment in the hospital. Last up is Han Ji-sun, who probably does everything in her power to keep a low profile after her terribly embarrassing incident from May 2019. At the time, Channel A held an interview with a taxi driver who became the victim of a drunken rage fit that Ji-sun threw. He simply agreed to drive her to her destination, but was surprisingly met with very aggressive behavior. He revealed that she slapped him, cursed at him, and even hit him with a bottle. Reportedly, she became aggressive because she was convinced the taxi driver was taking her to the wrong destination. Her violence didn't stop with the taxi driver though, because it's said that she also directed her intoxicated rage towards police officers upon arriving at the police station. Reports revealed she slapped them, kicked them, and even went as far as biting one of them. It's safe to say this had terrible consequences for Ji-sun, as she got a fine of 5 million won and was put on probation for a year for disruption of justice. It's said that the taxi driver was disappointed that Ji-sun never reached out to apologize to him, stating, "She didn't contact me at all. I think it's unfair. I was treated like this by a young lady who is younger than my children." She eventually contacted him, apologizing and revealing that she no longer drinks. The taxi driver accepted her apology and asked for no further compensation, but the damage was already done because Ji-sun had no other choice but to disappear from the industry. She was kicked out of all her projects and no one has seen her in another drama or movie ever since.